Optibotimus coming at you with another video review. And this is one that I have really been looking forward to. I've been very patient with this. And if you guys have been following me on Twitter, you know how much of a headache this has kind of been for me lately. But I do want to give a very special shout out and a very special thank you to my good friend General Techno, who picked this up for me in retail up in Canada. Right now, that's the only place that you're able to get these. These aren't yet out here in the States, hopefully pretty soon. But as you can see, we have Transformers Prime Voyager class Bulkhead. Now, ever since I've got my hands on the Voyager class Optimus Prime, I've been going on and on about that and saying how it's my favorite of all the Transformer Prime figures that we've gotten so far. And a lot of people that have actually already gotten this guy have said, just wait until you get Bulkhead. So I'm really excited. As you can see, the first edition packaging on here, all obviously with French writing on here. Nice embossed Autobot logo. Flip around here on the side. Now it says that it comes with the display stand, which I'll show, and it's absolute fail. Nice picture there. Flip around here on the back. See Bulkhead in his robot mode with his Energon mace. His truck mode, which it really is kind of like a, I don't even know what kind of vehicle that would be. Kind of like a Hummer off-road vehicle sort of thing. You see Optimus Prime. You see all the other Autobots and such in their cartoon forms. The only one that we really haven't gotten yet is Ratchet, which I really want Ratchet. So hurry up with that, guys. Another picture right here on the side of Bulkhead, but absolutely gorgeous. And there you see the display stand, whatever, in the Transformers Collector Club. Okay, so there you have Bulkhead. I really like the packaging on these guys for the first editions. I think they're really kind of cool. But let's get him open because I'm excited and I want to see how cool he actually is. Okay, guys, so here we have Voyager class Bulkhead open up and out of its packaging. And look, ooh, a display stand. Yeah, it's a piece of cardboard that's like kind of, I mean, right here is kind of got like, on the inside, it's kind of got like some sticky stuff. So it's like glued to it. There's a Autobot logo and a Decepticon logo. And these are a little bit different than the deluxe stands that we got. So beware. So much better at whatever. Now, in terms of the figure, again, wow. Now, I usually start off my reviews, as most of you know, starting with the vehicle mode. So that, again, that's what I decided to do. Here's his Energon mace. It just plugs into his butt right here. It's not too bad. The storage for it is really kind of goofy. I mean, that just looks kind of weird. I don't particularly like that. But as you can see, it's definitely pretty nice and really kind of mechanical looking, I suppose. I guess. I don't know. It's an Energon wrecking ball. What do you expect? Now, in terms of the vehicle mode, this thing is, it's really kind of surprisingly heavy. I mean, when you look underneath, everything is compact. That's one thing that I was absolutely amazed by. How much this figure actually like compresses in on itself. I mean, it's really pretty impressive. Really cool detail on here. Now, I believe I've seen some people that review this that kind of complained about the panel lines. It doesn't bother me that much. I don't think they really look all that bad, to be totally honest. But when you're looking at this, you really can't tell that it's a robot. I mean, there are some pieces that kind of like hang down a little bit too low. For example, everything in the front section. I mean, I don't even know if you can kind of see that, but I mean, there's a lot of low-hanging stuff. So this definitely wouldn't be a very good off-road vehicle if it looked like this. I mean, that would get scraped up all day long. But I mean, in general, this is really cool looking. I love the way this looks. One other kind of thing that I've noticed is that there really isn't no Autobot logo on here. I'm trying to think if I actually remember seeing one in the actual robot mode, and I don't remember that either. So we'll have to take a look and find out. But vehicle mode, absolutely awesome. Plastic wheels, rolls, and I really am kind of surprised by the weight of this guy. That's probably something that surprises me the most. But without a doubt, very cool looking vehicle. Now, his transformation is actually really kind of interesting. First, what you want to do, you want to come down here and separate these, and kind of pull these out, kind of on an angle, and then rotate these down, just like so. Straighten them out. You're going to create his legs right here, and these are really stiff on my figure. There we go. It's actually hurting my nails to pull them out. So that's a good and a bad thing, I guess. But here you have his legs transformed. Next, come around here, lift this back section up, and that'll also lift this. Gonna angle this up like so. lift that up, and then you can separate all this stuff. These are his legs. Loosen this, and this section here kind of, now sort of, there we go, flops out. There we go. Just to get this out of the way. And that swings down just like so. Come around here, you see his arms. Straighten these out like that. And then this section right down here, fold this out. And then this entire like assembly will extend all the way down just like so. Fold this in just like that. Just kind of fold that down, get out of the way. Then these little bits here, they kind of sort of tab in on the sides. You just need to wiggle these up and separate them, which, there we go, just like that. Get that out of the way so you can kind of see. Do that on this side as well. And then these little window sections, you have to separate these and rotate these up. So, hopefully you guys can see this. Loosen that. Angle that up just like so. Fold this all the way down, then rotate this bit down. That's going to go all the way down, and then you can clip that into place. Come on now, there we go. Just like so. So there you have his chest basically forming. Then take these, and you can kind of sort of see little green tabs right here. Now on the inside here are little black things that you just push this up, but it's kind of a pain to get it to line up properly. Sometimes, let's see, unhook this, and make sure that you have that all the way angled back in terms of this torso bit. Make sure that's as far back as you can get it so that you can slide these bits into that tab. Just push that in, do that on that side as well, and now that those are tabbed in, you can rotate these little bits out, kind of cover up the front there, and have this, like I said, keep that angled out just a tad bit. Keep that pegged in just like so. Come around here, these little bits here are going to fold up and then back like so. Fold up and back. Just kind of put them back here for right now. Swivel out these arms. Just again, get everything out of the way. Rotate this down, and then when you do, keep this on an angle, and then you can take the head for Bulkhead, rotate that out, and then you can stretch this all the way back out and put that all the way down. That's going to rest along his back, and you're going to actually have little grooves right inside here, that tab inside there. So, just like that, and then these little bits here now are going to, rotate this back. You're going to see another little green tab right here that fit onto this side here. If you get that properly lined up, there we go. Kind of get that back out of the way. Do the same on this side, and there you go. Then take these, rotate these around, and these will kind of click and just stay right back there. Fold out his little hand, rotate right here, bend that down, take this section, rotate that up like so. Do the same on this side, rotate, fold out his hand, fold that back. There we go, straighten everything out. And boys and girls, here you have Bulkhead in his robot mode. Now the first thing that I want to show you guys is how incredible I think that the scale for these figures really works. With the exception of the one Transformer so far from the Transformers Prime line, you can just about create a perfect scale, at least so far with the Autobots. You see, obviously Bumblebee is a little bit smaller, Bulkhead good size, big, huge, massive, Cliffjumper a little bit tiny, and then of course Optimus Prime a little bit bigger than all of them. That's basically how the scale works. Now the only one that really screws everything up is RC. She needs to be about that big. She needs to come up to about right there. RC is the only figure that, in my opinion, really screws everything up. As for Bulkhead himself, I absolutely love this figure. Now, it's not entirely CGI accurate. You have some differences here, especially in the chest area. There shouldn't be a gigantic hole right there. That should be more filled in. Now, you can actually, if you choose to leave these unpegged, you can lower these, kind of like that, and you can kind of fill that in a little bit, but it's not, it doesn't look all that good when you do that. I mean, that does look pretty nice. I do really like that. And it's just, in general, a really nice looking vehicle that transforms into an even better looking robot, in my opinion. One thing that's really kind of interesting is this whole back section right here, you don't see at all in the vehicle mode. This is all kind of fake plastic that's hidden up inside his chest cavity that comes down to kind of fill in the back. That's an absolutely wonderful touch. I love that, and it's brilliant engineering. Just all the way around, though, very, very nice. His forearms actually have these like little spring-loaded sections. It's not really automorph, but when you transform them, these are pushed in when he's in vehicle mode, and then when you transform them, they spring out. Just really to kind of fill things in. And that's just absolutely wonderful. I love that. Just an extra touch that I really don't think they needed to do, but they went ahead and did it, and that's wonderful. Now, in terms of his articulation, his head's on a ball joint, but you don't get a lot of motion. You can kind of see a little bit of side to side, not much, a little bit of up and down, left and right, but that's really about it. The arms are ball jointed here at the shoulder. They move in and out. Well, they're not ball jointed, they just rotate. At the upper part of the bicep, he rotates, and that's really stiff on mine, really stiff. Bends here at the elbow, and then the wrist, it goes in and out, and that's unfortunately it. Nothing going on at the waist. Back and forth at the hip area, and you can hear nice, really firm ratchet joint, which does a wonderful job because he is a very top-heavy figure, and those ratchet joints really help to stabilize him. In and out, rotates, bends at he bends at 2 joints here at the knee, but you really only need one of them. And then the feet themselves are on little swivel joints, mostly due to the transformation, but I guess there's a little bit of posability in the foot themselves. Now for his weapon, it's this cannon, or not this cannon, the mace. You can take this, rotate this around, and that actually does kind of create what looks like an actual arm cannon, which is really kind of cool. I just kind of wish it was painted, maybe black or something, just to differentiate it from the actual hand. And you just take this, plug that in, and now he's got his big giant mace weapon, which you can't see. Absolutely wonderful looking. And like I said, you can take this and rotate that around. And I might actually do that. I might just paint that whole section there black, just to kind of give him that cannon look, which just is really kind of cool. I really like this incarnation of Bulkhead. Nothing against Derek J. Wyatt's Transformers animated Bulkhead, but this one right here just really appeals to me so much more. I don't know, he just comes across as a much better character in my opinion. But the posability on this, the accuracy of the figure, the look of him, like I said, he doesn't have the abdominal area that's all that accurate, and you can't really keep this attached to him. And there's no real place, I don't think, that you can attach it if you don't have him holding it. I suppose maybe you can put it right up there if you wanted to do that. I suppose you could, but that kind of looks goofy, I suppose, so get rid of that. But all in all, this thing is absolutely gorgeous. And I totally can see where people were like, if you really like Optimus Prime, you were absolutely going to like Bulkhead. Because as of right now, I honestly cannot tell you which of the 2 Voyager figures, I don't have that pegged all the way up, is actually my favorite. Bulkhead and Optimus are so close that they're both really my favorite. Now, one thing that is kind of annoying, you can kind of see that he's got a light piping thing right here, but his eyes are painted, and that really is kind of annoying. I honestly don't know why they bothered to do that. That just seems really stupid to do, but absolutely gorgeous. I mean, the detail on here is really impressive. I'm amazed, absolutely amazed. Now to transform him back. Whee! The fun, but in reverse. Take his hands, fold those around just like that. Inside just like that. Rotate these around, and again, you have to be careful with that. There we go. Rotate that around. Angle these little bits out, and kind of keep them up like so. Just like that. And he's like, hey, give me a big old Bulkhead hug. Sure, whatever. Separate this from that. This from that. Rotate these bits out. Kind of just get them out of the way. Rotate these down. Bit of a pain in the butt, but there we go. Rotate that down just like so, and then you have, oh my gosh, the side of my car is on my chest. Yeah, all right. Fold this up, angle this. You know, this wouldn't be so hard if every single bit on here wasn't as stiff as it is. I mean, I sound like I'm complaining, you know, and I really shouldn't, but these are really stiff pieces. It's kind of insane how stiff they are. Okay, and then fold this down, and like so. Keep these up, so now you have it like so. You know, sort of. There we go, like that. Just like that. Do that on this side. Kind of angle that in. Fold that right like so. Bring these up, and then you can, if you're able to keep these straight, you can peg these together. Just like so, kind of straighten that in. And this is where I was saying these panels, they go in together, just like so. Kind of leave that right like that for right now. Fold this back, fold this back. Then you're gonna take these, unpeg these, fold these down, just like so. Fold that down, just like so. Fold that down, just like so. Yeah. I'm really entertaining right now, aren't I? Fold this up. Rotate that around. There we go, just like that. Kind of get that out of the way. Then these little bits right here are going to come inside here, and you're going to see a little tiny slot right inside here that a little hook is going to go into. So just line that up, and that you should be able to get that in there nicely if you can. There we go. There it is, just like that. Do that on this side as well, and tab that in just like that. There we go, perfect. And then take this section here, make sure that that stays together, fold that down, kind of get it over everything. There we go, just like that. And then this section here, fold this. This is gonna accordion all the way back, and that pushes down there. Gonna squeeze that. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. There you go. Take this section, and like I said, here's the back of them. This entire section here slides up inside there. So it's really kind of cool that they included that in the engineering to kind of give them a backside. I actually really do like that. Now this part's a little bit tricky. What you need to do, make sure that this stays out. Come on this from an angle. Now you have to bend these knees. It's kind of a pain, just like so. Kind of come on an angle and come on, and wiggle almost that inside, just to kind of get it all the way in, just like that. Do the same on this side. Now this is where it gets a little bit trickier because you actually have this little tiny slot right inside here, which is kind of hard to see. You can kind of sort of see it there, that this peg right here has to connect to. So again, oh, that's going to be very easy this time for me. Son of a gun. Of course. All right, there. It's not as hard as I said it was. There we go. Just kind of push this in, and these actually kind of collapse a little bit further in. Come around, just make sure, squeeze everything together, make sure you get everything nice and lined up properly. And here you have Bulkhead back in his Hummer mode. Now when it comes to the Transformers Prime figures, the Voyager class, Optimus Prime, and Bulkhead are by far the best out of all the figures that we've gotten so far. And as far as I can remember, I've gotten my hands on all the ones that are out right now. But now which one is actually the best? Optimus Prime or Bulkhead, I really cannot even begin to tell you. As much as I can possibly even think about it, I really have to say that the two Voyager figures are a tie for being the very best. If I had to give a figure that's the very best, I'm probably going to say Bulkhead. The reason is because at least his weapon, while it stores here, it's not as bad as the Optimus Prime flimsy, lame, soft plastic sword. So I kind of have to give the edge to Bulkhead here. And I mean, really, who doesn't like a big, huge, gigantic green truck? And this is definitely where you can see that the humans are a little bit out of scale. But you know what? It's not too bad. I actually kind of like it. So without a doubt, guys, this is a figure you need to get. Transformers Prime Voyager class Bulkhead. As soon as it hits stores, buy it. So until next time, this has been Optibotimus. I want to thank you for tuning in. I'll talk to you later.